Hello everybody! Okay, so I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time and I just filmed this makeup tutorial, so I thought why not just keep going with it and film this next video. So this is my makeup starter pack. This is such a common question I get from my friends, from people just in general. Everybody always asks me, take me makeup shopping and get me everything that I need. This is just going through the basics of a full face of makeup if you're interested in that. Of course, if you're not, no worries. That is great. Good for you for not wearing any makeup. I love that too. But this is for people who want to wear makeup but don't have the time to, practice a lot and just want that 10 to 12 products that just work well and they can use every day for 10 years. So obviously I use a lot of different makeup, but I know what I go back to, but sometimes isn't always what other people will go back to. I'm here to just talk you through what I do when people ask me what to buy and how to use those products. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. There's not much to this. This is exactly like just my version of a makeup starter kit for not beginners, but for people who are interested in wearing makeup. So let's go ahead. First thing you need is a moisturizer. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you need a moisturizer. Anyone is fine. It's not something you need to spend a lot of money on, but it's something you need to use every day. I use Khiels Ultra Facial Cream, but this is just what I'm using now. I actually change my moisturizers all the time because I don't think that it's necessary for me to use the same single thing all the time, especially if you live in Canada and you have 4 seasons, or if you just have 4 seasons, you really want to change your skincare. I'm not going to get into skincare though. I'm trying to say start always with a moisturizer. Don't put makeup on your face without putting moisture on your face. It just will not look as good as it would if you put moisturizer on your face. So number 2 is primer if you want it. You do not have to use primer. I like it because I like glowy primers. I like kind of having that glow from within, and I do enjoy filling my pores in because a lot of people struggle with big pores and don't realize you can have pore filling primers that make your skin a lot smoother than you look. And also if you're having like a breakout or if you're having something that has dry patches, you want maybe to use a primer because then the makeup has a lot more to stick to rather than just your dry skin. So for primer, I use one by NYX. Now, I have dry skin, so this will vary. So for dry skin, you can use anything that's dewy. I used Mercier Radiance primer for years. So that's something you can use. You don't have to use a primer, but if you have dry skin, you want to kind of bring more life into your skin. So I'm just going to recommend something that I've been using for a long time, but it really doesn't exactly matter which one you use. But if you have dry skin, use more of a luminous primer. If you have oily skin, use a mattifying primer. If you're struggling with oily skin, use a primer. It will make light years of a difference in your skin. But I'm just going to say that the NYX Honey Do Me Up primer is one of my favorites right now just because it gives me that sheen, and I don't use it everywhere. I just use it on my cheeks. And then I use a pore filling primer on my T-zone, which is the Benefit Porefessional. I have it somewhere, but it's the Benefit Porefessional. You can get it at Pharmaprix, you can get it at Shoppers Drug Mart. Benefit has a lot of counters everywhere. If you have oily skin, you can use that all over your face and it'll mattify you a lot and it will help absorb all the oils before you put on foundation. So for foundation, this is going to be the one that varies for everybody. Honestly, I think you can get good foundations from any brand. It just depends on your skin. I think you can buy the Revlon Colorstay, and that's really good for $5. My favorite drugstore foundation is by L'Oreal. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, but again, I have dry skin. My personal favorite foundations, though, that I just kind of recommend to everyone are the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation is amazing. It won't disappoint. It's really just across the board a great foundation for all occasions, and that's really important, especially if you're not a person that wants 5 foundations and you just want one. Go with the Nars. It looks beautiful on everyone. I love it. The second one that I hate to say, but it's the best foundation. I only use it for special occasions now, but in terms of recommending it, like when people ask me what's the best foundation you can recommend, I will absolutely go with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It's the best. Nothing looks better on the skin than this. Absolutely. For a special event, for just a date, your wedding day, like this is the best foundation ever, in my opinion. So this is more of a pricey item. It's $68, and a lot of, you know, across the board people like it. I think I recommended it to my sister once and she didn't like it. So, you know, maybe just take a tester, because they will always give you testers. So that is definitely something that I suggest. Get a tester before you buy your color, because the colors are a bit hard to kind of match sometimes. I'm always in between. But in terms of foundation, those are my favorites. Those are fuller coverage foundations. If you're not looking for a full coverage and you want more skin-like finish, I would 100% recommend the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. Whoops. I'm almost out of this. It's so good. It looks so nice on your skin, and it has SPF 50, and it has anti-aging properties. It's just amazing. It does, if you have really oily skin, definitely need to powder this, but in general, this is a fantastic option if you're not looking for a full coverage foundation, but you need some coverage. This one's for you. However, if you really have just perfect skin and you're not trying to make anything change, then go with a tinted moisturizer. The best tinted moisturizer, in my opinion, is the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. This is great. I use this for shoots all the time because models, obviously, not all the time, but models more or less have really, really good skin and they don't need much. So I just put a little bit just to balance out everything. And this also, I'm pretty sure has, does this have SPF? No, it doesn't have SPF. But it's still just in general a really lightweight, easy peasy, doesn't sink in your fine lines, doesn't look cakey. It's just a really, really great tinted moisturizer. That's it for foundations. Obviously, you can choose one, you can buy them all, but you just need a foundation that suits your skin tone, and please bring it all the way down your neck, because it's really important to match your foundation with your neck than anything else, because you just want to look more cohesive. Moving forward, so concealer. If you struggle with dark circles, concealer is for you. If you don't struggle with dark circles, I would not put I wouldn't put concealer under your eyes if you don't need it. However, concealer is important. Certain favorites I really, really enjoy are the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It's so cheap and so easy. It's really, really good. I don't think I have it. I think I just threw it out because it was expired, but really, I recommend that. That one's easy. Like, that just looks good on everyone. I really like the Colourpop concealers. They're cheap. However, I've had them for a while now and they're getting a bit more cakier than I like. But in general, they're cheap and they're good, but they're the same kind of thing as the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Concealer isn't something that I like to spend a lot of money on. Because I just don't think that it's worth it, because sometimes I buy concealers that are $48 and they're shit. So, you know, if you can just find that $4.99 Maybelline Fit Me, trust me, it's a good one. But this is also good, it's just less accessible because this is Colourpop and you need to order it online. Okay, so the really important thing to do that maybe some people don't exactly know is to set your concealer. You don't necessarily have to set your foundation. I actually prefer not to set my foundation because I think it just brings more layers on that I'm not looking for. But the best under eye setting powder, 100% for me, is the RCMA No Color powder. This is $12, and okay, let's just show you what I have left. I've had this for more than a year. Maybe almost 2 years. So just saying, it's great. The thing about concealer is if you're wearing concealer and you don't feel like you need to set it, that's cool, but be careful because in like 5 hours you might have a lot of buildup that you just need to like brush out. But if you want to just have that set, let's go, I'm out the door for 9 hours and I'm not thinking about my concealer, you really want to set it. And this is my go-to powder. You can buy this on Beautylish. I'll leave the link below because it's kind of hard to find. You can't just walk into any store and get it, but it's great. All right, for bronzers, I'm gonna just go with 1 to 2 bronzers because I'm not all about the contour. I don't think contour is really cute on an everyday basis. I think it's really nice on Instagram and it's really nice in pictures, but it doesn't really look fantastic unless you have actual cheekbones that are protruding. Just putting a line in your face, I just would not go there right away. In certain times for sure, but not on an everyday basis. So I definitely just suggest going in with a bronzer. My favorite bronzer is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I just always go back to this. It never ever looks like too much. It always kind of brings in a warmth to my face without putting a lot of orange on my face, and it's cheap. It is 18 Canadian dollars, I think. And it's just amazing. It lasts for a really long time. The Kat Von D Shade and Light palette is great. It's something you need to be really light-handed with because it's really pigmented, and if you use too much, sometimes you just don't look good, but it's convenient. And it has a range of things, right? The only problem with some of these products is if you have darker skin tones, you can't buy the Physicians Formula bronzer because they don't make colors dark enough. They're 2 colors. So just saying, it's stupid. It's very stupid. I hate that. But for this, if you have darker skin tones, you can use this. This is the color I use for bronzer, and sometimes when I feel like contouring, I use this. I use this a lot for special effects, this color, when I'm doing like zombie or, dead stuff. But that's not what we're here for. But anyway, this just gives you more options, and then you have these 3 colors up here. This one's more peach, this one's really banana, and this one has more of like a brightening. Your money goes a bit further with this palette. And a lot of people have this and it's not the hardest thing to use at all. So I recommend that. Okay, for highlight, I think the easiest thing to recommend would be a highlighting palette because you get more options with what you're buying. So for that, I recommend the Anastasia Glow Kits. These are pretty damn great. You've got lots of varying colors here for whatever mood you're in, and they have a lot of options in terms of their actual kits for sale. There's like endless options for these, and they're great. They're really nice formula. They don't look chunky. They look great on the skin, and your money goes further with buying palettes, of course. However, my favorite highlighter ever, I'm pretty sure ever, I can say that, is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. Oh my god. This is for like the girls who want to shine. It's just so nice. When you want to blind some people, okay, well the swatch obviously is no good, but this is the sexiest highlighter in the world. I love it. Now, if you're more of an au naturel kind of girl and you're not looking to put a bunch of powder on your face, I absolutely recommend the HourGlass Golden Sunset. What is this? Illume Sheer Color Trio in Sunset. Mine is absolutely done, but it comes with a bronzer, a cheek color, and a highlighter that I absolutely love because it's just so good. But it depends on what you're looking for. Cream products look really good, but sometimes they're harder to work with. So in terms of like beginning, I just would stick with powder. Eyebrows. Just get yourself any eyebrow pencil. The NYX one is great. It's so easy. It's really not difficult, and it gets the job done, and it's $11. I used to use this all the time before I used my Benefit brow. And then for brow gel, Essence Make Me Brow is where it's at. I'm telling you, this stuff is gold, and it's $4, and you can just use it all the time. I really, really enjoy this. I love it a lot. Buy it. Trust me. Buy. If you want to buy eyeshadow palettes, there are lots of cheaper eyeshadow palettes out there. You do not have to buy Marc Jacobs or Natasha Denona or something just expensive. I actually don't even own any expensive. Do I? Oh my god, I really don't own any expensive eyeshadows because it's not necessary. It's just not. So Colourpop has great eyeshadow palettes. I adore Colourpop's formula. You will not be let down. This one is the Cute AF palette. It has a lot of more warm tones, And then this one is the Kathleen Light's Dream Street palette. Has a bit more fun colors, a little bit of rose gold, some browns in there. But these are, I think, $16 and you'll never be let down. Any Colourpop formula is good. Also, Morphe has really nice eyeshadows. This one was my favorite for a really long time. This one is Kathleen Light's. This one's definitely discontinued, but just in general, the Morphe palettes have a lot of options and they're cheaper. Like this is, I think, $30. These have really good formula, so there's really no reason why you need to buy expensive eyeshadow palettes. It's just not necessary. Especially if you're starting out, it's just not necessary. For mascara, my favorite in the world is Essence Lash Princess. This is fantastic. I wear it every day. I've worn it every day for like a year and a half. I just don't like anything else. I recommend it. Everybody loves it. Just trust me. Buy it. Just buy it. It's $4. You will not regret it. It's amazing. Anyway, love. That's my favorite. Blushes are not necessary for a lot of people. For a long time, I just used bronzers. However, if you want to pop a color, if you're looking for just to invest in a blush, the Burts Bees blushes are amazing. They're really natural and just beautiful. The Toasted Cinnamon one is my favorite. And then you've got their Peach in here. So these are really nice for just a little bit of flush of color and they're not expensive at all. Something that's more of like a va-va-voom would be the Milani blushes. In this one that's not Luminoso. This is in Luminoso. Anyway, Milani blushes, really nice. They have got a lot of shimmer in them, but they're more of a sheen, and these just look beautiful if you have a tan. Like, really, really nice. All that's really left is lips. Lipstick is very personal. It's all about your mood. It can either change your mood or just bump up your mood. So basically, Colourpop lipsticks are fantastic. However, what you really need is one good nude and one good red. For nude lipsticks, that is something you kind of have to find for yourself because everybody's lip color is different, everybody's skin tone is different, and it just depends. Like some nudes really don't work on me when, you know, I watch a YouTube video and they're like, this is the best nude ever, and I'll buy it, and I'm like, oh my god. Some simple, easy, across the board nudes would be from Maybelline Beige Babe. This is just an easy overall pinky-er, more on the pinky side, nude color. Dose of Colors No Shade by Katie and Desi is amazing. I think it's discontinued though, so I'm not going to really talk about it, but that's what I'm wearing right now underneath a Colourpop lipstick. That's them. However, something like She Bad from She Bad Lippy Stick, this one I need to be a bit paler for, but that's also really an easy go-to. Then if you want to go bold, definitely go for a red or a pink or an orange. However, red is more universally just loved. My favorite reds are by Jouer. This is in Brick. It's amazing. It's really pretty. Like, it's just a perfect red on me, and it's a bit of a darker red. I don't really wear orange reds, but it's more of a blue tone red. And then of course the Fenty Beauty. This one looks good on everyone. This one's crazy and has the best formula in the world. This one is called Uncensored, and look at the packaging. Like, it's really pretty. But look, that's that. So those are just easy go-tos. I really can't touch anything. So in terms of lip gloss, the best one I can recommend for everyone would also be by Fenty Beauty. This is the Universal Gloss Bomb. This looks good on everyone. It's right there, and it has a little bit of glitter, but it just looks beautiful on. And in general, if you're looking for one lip gloss all around, this is it. So then the last thing I always recommend is a setting spray. It's very important to set your makeup because it not only makes it last, but it melts it into the skin, and it kind of melts it all together, and it just gives you that like finished look. The Urban Decay All Nighter is definitely my favorite. I've been using this for probably almost 8 years, something like that, and I never want to use anything else. I really, really recommend this. It's the best. out of all of them. It makes your makeup last forever. And that's it. Okay, I tried to do that as fast as possible. I'm sorry if this is a long video, but that is my makeup starter kit. That is that's from start to finish. Choose what you will. Of course, don't replace things you already like and have with what I've said, but in terms of just what I recommend, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching the whole thing. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!